Michelle, he's coming for you. Can you see him? He's running on the spot. He can't quite get to you.
All right. Like they used to say in old-time show business. One more time.
What? One more time. Yeah, that's the famous phrase from showbiz. Well, another failure.
Yeah. It's like they used to say in old-time hospital wards. The operation was a success, but we lost the patient. We've tried everything.
Except uranium.
Helena, we've got Osgood. Emergency reception.
Okay, let's wheel him in right next to her.
How is he?
When the fire comes, flee to the Catacombs.
Yeah, the Catacombs.
Another vision, Pat?
Oh, you must believe me. Dr. Russell, if you look closely, you'll find I've wired myself as a human explosive.
What the hell? He's got a TNT vest on. Whoa. Now you gotta do what he says.
Bandage my arm, and then you'll take me to my wife.
Pat, you can't.
Easy, Tony, old buddy. Any sudden move, I could lose my grip on this firing pin.
Holy moly. It's a dead man switch.
Tony, please.
Did we not notice he was holding that?
Hey, what a cloud.
Yeah, this is
There's
the...
no need to state the obvious.
Well, we sure can't tell from this side.
Yeah, but what I want to know is what's on the other side.
More cloud. A dragon.
Listen to me as a doctor. Please, don't
Michelle,
do
it's
this.
mine to do with, not yours.
He's saving her. Somehow.
I can save her.
The only thing that can save her is a new heart.
How many of you tried already, huh?
17.
Look, I promise you, I'll get uranium for the next one. She has a chance here. Please, don't take her.
I am her only chance.
Faith, Doc.
Come, Michelle.
She's sedated. She can't hear you.
Use your telepathy, Pat, to rouse her.
Trick.
See, Doc? You quack.
You come with me.
Yes.
Are we going to the Catacombs?
We're going a long way, but we'll be together.
I love you.
Back off, Tony. You've had your chance with her.
She's mine.
Yeah.
Approach with extreme caution. He is wired with explosives. Repeat, do nothing. Just report his location.
Well, what are we doing with all these weapons, then? Oh, look at this.
Glare shield.
The fires of hell. What is it? Some kind of furnace? Space furnace?
There's our heat wave bill.
Ooh, cool.
Talk about Dante's Inferno.
Computerize its course.
Straight for Alpha.
Collision course Alpha.
Speed.
Faster than our maximum speed.
Oh, shit. Let's hope it doesn't pass us then.
Firestorm is on a direct line for Alpha, so batten down your hatches, Alpha.
John, listen to me.
Helena, I know what I'm...
What are you doing, John?
We've lost him.
We found Michelle's nameplate. They're here in the Catacombs. Somewhere.
The Catacombs.
Helena, casualty stations.
What about Michelle and Osgood?
I'm going down the Catacombs after them.
Tony, John may have been about to release some uranium.
Yeah,
He was cut off, Helena.
you didn't mention it,
We
though.
don't know what he was going to say.
You're in command now.
Yeah, you can release it, Tony.
Yeah. Well, we may all go up in smoke anyway. Take what you need.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why John was so stingy with it.
We've got a head start. Let's see if we can outrun it.
You just said that your maximum speed isn't... It's faster than your max speed. At least we got a head start, though.
Patrick.
Hold on to me.
You don't need a heart, you just need faith.
Oh, please don't be afraid.
I'm not afraid when I'm with you. I know you love me.
Yeah.
Always.
Wasn't there any hope for me in hospital?
There's none at all.
Not with that doctor.
She failed utterly.
Again and again. She's the worst.
You're able to walk now.
Not yet.
Tony's coming. There he is. Tony put his jacket back on, because we're in the cold catacombs. Ooh, it's chilly down here.
I'm sorry, my darling, but we must go on.
I'll try.
Catacombs music is cool. Do you have a destination in mind, dude, or just somewhere just randomly walk around?
We're nearly safe now, where the fire won't find us. Try to go on. Michelle!
She can't go on anymore. She's done.
Can you hear me, Michelle?
Her heart has given up.
I'm not afraid to die.
You'll never die.
Shit, it's coming, it's coming.
Be conquered by my faith. What you are can never be destroyed.
He really believes what he's saying. Another vision? The same damn vision again. Hey, he's walking through the flames to get to her. But,
Doctor, why don't you take a break?
When I know the patient's going to live, that's when, Ben.
yeah, we finally got the thing, dude.
Systolic intervals check.
Yeah. I hope there's something left at the launch pads for us to land on.
Here we go.
Turn it on. Let's hear the beeping.
Hang on in there.
Yeah, come on, Terranium.
Wow,
How long until we're sure?
the job's half done.
We just tested for a minute and then we're like, it's good.
Tony, it's working.
The new heart is working.
Gotta find her and bring her back.
Tony?
The heat wave. If they're feeling it down in the catacombs, the doc should be feeling it, right? She should be blowing up right now. Yeah. Save the heart.
Heavy damage to all surface installations, Commander. But we are functioning.
Can you clear a landing area?
Top priority, Commander.
But we don't need to clear anything. There's nothing out there. Land wherever you want.
More surface explosions? Was good prophecy. Just as well we're following a prophet. Unless he explodes.
He dumped his vest, dude. It's okay. She got her second wind or something.
Pat, it's me, Tony. The new heart, it's working. Pat, listen.
The Terranium. We got it.
It's no good. We'll never find him in the dark.
He doesn't need to see. Not the way he knows the catacombs.
Right, I thought he was a bat or something.
Maya, we're in the catacombs, level 3. I get here on the double.
Suppose we do catch up with him. Will it matter?
That's another thing I like about you. You're always upbeat. Osgood's taken Michelle deep into the catacombs. Somebody's got to go in after them.
A bat.
Somebody who can see in the dark.
Whoa, can tigers see in the dark? Just pick her up, dude. Lift her. Oh, we needed a cat for the catacombs. It's a friendly one. Could you turn back, Maya, maybe? Michelle fainted just by the side of you. No, this works. Oh, grab her, Tony. Pat?
Tony!
Yeah, I'm okay.
Where's Osgood?
He's buried under a rock wall.
Get her to medical. Fast.
Turn into a bear.
I'm not gonna leave him here.
Jam that heart right in there. And turn off the beeping, would you?
Are we ready?
Has the heat wave passed?
Incision.
Whoop. Whoop. Come on, Maya. You've got 10 times the strength of Tony.
Nurse.
That's funny.
Pressure going down.
Clamp off.
Pressure gone.
Suction.
Come on. Did Maya just vanish or what? Too dangerous for her, I guess.
Arterial clamp. Venous clamp.
Ooh, the Venus one. You sure we should use that?
Her heart started again. Her heart rate's excellent.
Good, good.
Her vital signs are weak.
She's dying.
Why?
With this heart, she should live forever. But we just can't transplant faith.
Without him.
I can't. That line. There's some lines of dialogue in this episode that have just been wild, but that's the funniest one. You can't transplant faith. Oh my god. Yeah, she won't survive without him. We gotta get, good thing Tony's digging him out by himself. She needs him. This guy is getting more lines of dialogue than Dr. Matthias had in the whole of season 1. I'm exaggerating, but he's had a pretty big role in this episode.
He's alive.
Put him over there, right next to his wife.
Yeah, right next to her. Have them hold hands or something. See, he's here. You've got something to live for now. Hey, we're done. Are we finished? We're clear.
It's over.
It's only 45 now. Oh, it's only 40 now. Everybody get your wool sweaters.
I think Michelle's going to be all right. Patrick will regain his mental stability.
I wonder if he'll still be able to see the future.
You know, one thing bothers me. His prediction of that heat storm. I mean, how come he knew that? But don't tell me he was in communication with that storm cloud.
Maybe.
We know so little about the universe. Who's to say there wasn't an intelligence in that heat storm?
Yeah.
Not me. Oh, would you look at that color? Ah, Radeshi, you're a genius.
Try it. Oh, we haven't landed yet? John got this episode off, pretty much.
Welcome back, John.
It's good to be back, Helena.
As a matter of fact, we were just about to raise a glass to your safe return.
Not of your manufacture, I hope.
Only one of us is that adventurous.
Well, Tony?
Oh, that is fantastic.
Good.
John, thanks for the terranium.
Terranium?
It saved Michelle's life.
Yeah, we took some.
Oh, didn't I? Oh, yeah.
Oh, you. The goofy grins. It's kind of endearing, a little bit. Maybe I'm just in a good mood today. Okay, first off, John was in an Eagle with some guy, some non-Carter guy. Carter just had the whole episode off. Good for him. So did Yasko. Did you notice that Yasko wasn't in this one? Isn't that strange? Isn't that strange? She wasn't in this one. Why could that be? But yeah, Carter's not there, so John's in an Eagle with some guy. Now he didn't. It's not like that other episode where he had it completely off. You know, we did have a few scenes with him actually doing some acting in that Eagle, and he was part of the story, trying to figure out where the heat was coming from, and we found it. It was a heat cloud that was beaming heat at us, and was going to be on a collision course until I think it changed its mind at some point. You know, because we were ahead of it, so I think it just changed direction at one point. Once Michelle was alive, it was like, I don't need to burn this base to the ground now. They released the terranium. Now I can go on my way. But Maya was in two scenes. One where she was called in to become a dog, and the second one where she was called in to become a tiger. But she only had like maybe one line of dialogue in the whole episode. She didn't even help Tony dig out Pat from the rock slide. You know, they could have freed him in no time with her strength. So yeah, she kind of had that episode off. And so did John a little bit. It was mostly a Doctor and Tony episode. Sandra was in it. Isn't that odd? I didn't see Yasko, but I did see Sandra. The other Doctor, he was a huge addition. He brought a lot of cynicism to the episode. You thought Pat was bad, talking about advanced quackery and He really hated the doc. He's like, oh, just failure after failure after failure. But her doctor companion, he was also a bit Debbie Downer, wasn't he? And at the very end, when we finally got the Terranium, and we finally got the, like, we've tried all these different heart types without Terranium, and they've all failed. We finally get it unlocked. Tony gives us a few grains of Terranium to turn into this cool little liquid. And the other doctor says to Hal, and he's like, hey, when are you going to rest? Dude, we finally made one that works. What are you talking about? And there's a heat blob coming for us. What a strange line of dialogue. It wasn't the strangest line of dialogue he had. That was the transatlantic faith one that broke me completely. But then there was that other scene as well with the two women walking down the corridor. Like, it was just two women walking down a corridor talking about, isn't this heat great? I won't want to change back into my normal clothes after this. It felt inappropriate. Now, to be fair, they were in the next scene. It wasn't just them walking down the corridor having funny line of dialogue and then leaving the episode. They did find Pat in his quarters. In some quarters, they just walked in on him in his bed. I presume those two were best friends and they lived together. Best friends and they lived together. And they found him in their bed. You know? That's what I presume happened. Anyway, this episode, I haven't even talked about the actual episode, the plot of the episode. It's a funny one. Like most episodes are. It's about this guy who will do anything for his wife. And about his wife who has the personality of a cardboard box. And she's all like, oh, if you're with me, I can do anything. Or there's some bullshit about it. You know? She just loved him. And she would go with him anywhere. And it doesn't matter if she's dying or if her heart is breaking. She'll trust him and do whatever he says. You know? Oh, I almost forgot the other funny line. When Tony's by her bedside. And he's talking about Pat. And he's talking about their marriage. And how Tony would have married her if Pat hadn't. He's best man, you can't say that. I know he's just being kind of nice. He's kind of, if there's a certain friendly vibe to it, I can read it in a good way, but it just seems odd to say it. You know? That he secretly loved her all these years. Hey, and if Pat dies in those catacombs, well, you and me. But aren't you with Maya? Yeah, but she's not in this episode really a lot. Plus she turns into all sorts of weird things, you know? Anyway, if anything happens to Pat, if he turns crazy, keeps being crazy, you got my number. But yeah, it was all about faith versus science. But in the end, the solution was a combination of both of those things. You know? Because science alone, putting in the heart alone, didn't save her. She was gonna die if we hadn't brought Pat up to next to her. It's just an odd choice, you know? A lot of odd choices. But I was entertained by the episode. I don't really know what his plan was. Pat's? Like, here's the problem with Pat and his visions. We didn't see the visions that he mentions. His visions of the future and Alpha getting consumed by flame. We didn't see that. We didn't see anything he was talking about. We saw one vision of her in a bed surrounded by fire and him going in and getting her out. You know, eventually we saw that part. But we didn't see... We should have just had... You know the way we saw Alpha getting... Like, there was an explosion at some point in the episode. We should have seen him dream about that. We should have seen him dream about the rays, you know, before we see them. So that we can go, oh, yeah, look, that's the thing from his dream. Oh, look, that's another thing from his dream. And, you know, we could see the doctor getting her brow wiped in his dream. And we'd be like, oh, another part. Since we filmed the footage anyway, we should have shown it in advance. Little glimpses that might have painted a picture that he needed to get her and take her to the catacombs. You know? Maybe he sees her wake up in his vision, like the part at the very end where she's waking up and she's happy and she's smiling. Maybe he sees that, and he also sees her and him in the catacombs together. So he knows, oh, she's going to be fine, but I need to take her to the catacombs. That's what we should be seeing in his dream. Not this weird bed shit with the fire. You know? There's some easy ways to make this I can see the future stuff work really well in the episode, but they don't employ them. And they're really cheap as well, because we've already filmed the footage. You know, it would be so easy to make this episode better. To make it more more flow better. Make it more cohesive. Make it, just add a little bit of Terranium to it. And it'll work fine. But instead we have like this vague sort of, I'm running on the spot, and I'm like that stupid Twilight Zone episode. It wasn't stupid, and it wasn't a Twilight Zone episode. But where that guy is running and running and running, and he can't quite get there because it's a dream. I know dreams, that sort of thing happens all the time in dreams, but it was just vague stuff that wasn't. Who cares? The audience is just confused by it. And if you're one of those people that says, well, that's the point. The audience is, they were supposed to confuse you. You're a part of the problem. You. No, I got my eyes on you. Oh, troublemaker. Anyway, I had a great time today. I thought it was goofy as all hell. I thought the dialogue was terrible in places, questionable. And the plot was iffy. And people were kind of written out of the episode. And some people appeared, and Sandra was there, and Yasko wasn't. And Carter was just pieced out. And it was a Doc heavy one. Doc and Tony. And I felt a little bit like a season 1 episode too. Where somebody's kind of gone crazy. And they're running around the base. We saw a lot of the base. I had a good time. I rated well, even though there's some parts of it that are just, God, what the hell were they thinking? I'm in a happy mood. That's all I can say. I should watch all the episodes in this mood, shouldn't I? Next time, a Space Warp. It's called Space Warp, and we're going to warp to places you've never seen. We're going to fly through a manifold and end up in God knows where. Maybe straight back to Earth. You don't know. Well, you do know, but come back and watch me find out. I will see you next time.